Hey guys, Portal PV here, and I'm doing a different video again, nothing paintball related. I've been looking around YouTube, and I'm not really finding videos on CB radios, especially the Uniden pc78xls. I'm finding a lot of the Cobras and stuff, and a lot of the older Unidens and the sort of last editions. And they're not really, people don't really talk about to tune them and stuff. So today I'm going to do it on my recently purchased pc78xl Uniden, and then on my Midland model, what is that? Oh yeah, 100-1Z. So yeah, I picked this up, this run for 65 bucks. It came with a power wire, and I bought the mic separately at Durham Radio. I bought this one off Kijiji for about 40 bucks. Came with antenna, mic, and power bar. Yeah, we'll get started. Okay, so I'm gonna first start off on the Uniden PC78. As you can see, compared to the Midland, it's much more sort of complicated. It actually really isn't. You just have to get used to the sort of look to the Uniden. I'll just throw this on top because sheets are getting in the way. The Uniden comes with about much more switches than the recent and the Midland, because Midland's older than Uniden. The Uniden comes with 6 switches, including actually 6 switches on the bottom. Hold on. Yeah, 6 6 on the bottom, and 7 on the top, and hold on. No, 6 on the top. My bad. Sorry, guys. So 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom. Comes with a level, so you don't have to buy so that you could tune it yourself. And then there's a channel screen right there. So as you can see, mine has some wear on it. That's okay though. These are the base. These are strong ones. These are stronger than Midlands. I like Uniden. I haven't really used it because I just bought it today, basically. So, I mean, I'm going to tune in stuff tomorrow. But I read the manual, and I'm going to tell you guys how to tune it and what the buttons are. Guys, so we're going to go through the tuning process of the pc78xl Uniden first. Alright, guys, so all along the bottom here, you got 6, and on the top you got 6. So 2 rows of 6 dials and stuff to tune and stuff. And it looks complicated, but it's pretty easy. Up here you got your SRF, your SWR, and your calibrated. You got your NB, ANL, and off. That's for the sounds that you don't want to make in, because usually when you're transmitting, people will hear like the engine of your car or whatever you're driving, and you could simply eliminate that by doing ANL, or if you want to get rid of all the noise, you could do NB ANL. Okay. Now, this is your CB and the PA. You could put a PA, attach it to this radio. Simply do that, and you could talk through your PA, switch back up for CB. Your brightness and dim is for nighttime, so during the day you're going to have it on bright, or at night you could have it at dim, or either way you could do whatever is comfortable for you. Channel 9 is emergency channel, of course. We don't use that unless we're in an emergency situation and we need to contact emergency services. Your dynamic squelch control is where it sets by itself in the area that you're in onto a strong signal, and it basically sets on itself. But really, I'd prefer that I do it manually, and if for you guys to stay tuned while I help you guys tune your radio and stuff. All right, and we're gonna go to that process right now. We're gonna get started tuning your PC78xl Uniden, and the first thing you want to do is turn on. So your volume is your turn on. As you can see, mine's been in a lot of wear, so you're not going to see the volume, but on yours I'm pretty sure you're going to see clearer than mine. So your volume is your on and off switch. The reason why mine is not on is because I have I had soldered on the wire to a cigarette input for the car, and so I can't really attach it to inside for mine to go on. But if you guys have a indoor sort of thing that you're doing, that you could turn yours indoors, feel free to turn yours on right now. You're going to switch over to channel 9. This is your channel knob, and you go to, you're going to switch over to channel 40. Alright, so switch over to channel 40, and we'll get started. So first thing you want to do is set your switch to NB ANL. Alright, and then your DSC. Alright, so this is how the manual says it, so it might sound a little weird how I'm saying, but this is what the manual told me. DSL sets squelch to the optimal level for stronger transmission and signal clarity. To scan for weaker signal. Turn off DSC to, okay, sorry, hold on. So with the DSL, with the dynamic squelch control, it sets the squelch to optimal level for stronger transmission and signal clarity. Alright? Now that's what I meant by dynamic squelch control. Now you can turn it off. This is what I meant by manual. You can turn it off and signal clarity to scan for weaker signals. Turn off DSC. Alright? So when you turn that off, if you decide to do that, follow the steps I'm about to tell you. First step you want to do, turn your squelch fully clockwise. So you're going to turn your squelch all the way to the right. Okay? And so only stronger signals can get through. Turn squelch counterclockwise until you hear a hiss. Everything gets through. Noise, weak signals, and strong signals, okay? Third step, turn squelch back clockwise until the hiss stops. Only clear signals get through, okay? Alright, and guys, note that set squelch only when the radio is not receiving a strong signal, alright guys? Alright, so this is another step we're doing on. Adjust RF gang knob. So your RF, your SR, no, what is it? The FR. Okay, the FR gang is the third knob, and it's in the middle. It's a smaller one. Okay, you're gonna adjust that to optimize reception in strong signal areas. Okay, so obviously you're gonna go to max, and that's min. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna adjust the Delta 2 knob to reduce. The Delta 2 knob to reduce or eliminate adjustment channel interference. So that's your Delta 2 knob right there. Okay? And you're going to adjust it so you don't get any more interference. Okay? Now that's clockwise, of course. And then you're going to set meter switch to SRF. So mine's already set. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to select a channel. Okay? 40 or 1 is what what I heard that's the best to do this on. So keep it on 40 or 1. Do whatever you want, but I prefer 1. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna adjust the mic gang. So your mic gang is the bigger one on the outside of the third knob, and that's to max or min. And that's what the people on the other side are gonna hear you. So if you want them to hear you really loud, you want to turn it to max, medium sort of, and then minimum is all the way. Counterclockwise. When the channel is clear, press the microphone PTT switch and speak, and then your bar here will start to move, and you're gonna want to press it while adjusting the mic gang and so on. All right. The multi-function meter. So this is it right here. All right. SWR meter measures standing wave radio of antenna use to check the antenna systems or to adjust your antenna to the proper lengths. Alright? To measure SWR, position the meter switch to cal. Alright, so that's where you're going to move the first one down to cal. Okay? Press microphone. So to get your mic, press the button on the side and you're going to hold it. Calibrate meter with the SWR. Cal control by adjusting the needle to the red down arrow mark. Now I don't know if you can see it on camera. There's in the red there. There's a mark that's pointed down. That's where you want it to be set. All right, that's where you want it to be set on there, and you're gonna want to use your SWR cal, which is the last button on the bottom row, or no, sorry, the second last button on the bottom row to the right. And you're going to want to adjust it over while holding the button on the mic to get it over to that red arrow pointing down on the bar. Okay. So move the meter switch to the SWR position while pressing the mic PPT switch, which is just what I told you. A reading below 2 is acceptable. Higher readings indicate a problem in the antenna system. Problems may be caused by humidity, vibration, or corrosion. Check both ends of the cable connector. Also check for damage to the cable or antenna. RF meter measures RF output power for transmitter to use position. The meter switch at SRF press microphone PDT switch to read transmitting power. S meter measures incoming strength to use position. The meter switch at SRF. The meter swings to indicate signal strength. Alright, guys? And for troubleshooting, when the unit does not power up, check ignition key position, check power cords connections, check fuse, check vehicle electrical system. No reception. Check mic connection. Set CB/PA switch to CB. Check volume and squelch. Check antenna. Check antenna connection. Set RF gang to max. Poor reception. Check volume and squelch. Be sure antenna SWR is normal. Set RF gang to max. Check and adjust delta tune. Alright, guys? So that's basically the manual I sort of read up on Google. You could just search them up if you didn't really understand what I was saying. But I didn't really get to use this yet. Like I just said, I bought it today, so I'm gonna do a video again maybe tomorrow, Wednesday, or whatever when. But I'm hearing really good things about the Uniden. I heard they're really they had a really good reputation with these are trucker, like the one truckers use, and I heard really good things that they came up pretty well. See, the back is just a 3-pin. It's a 3-pin power cord. Unit and the antenna input and PA and external. Overall, I like this radio better than my Midland because it's more of if you're like a trailing guy. This thing won't break on you ever. And yeah, you know, it's a pretty good radio. I like it. And yeah, so we'll go look at my Midland and talk about that. Hey guys, so now we're going to talk about my Midland. This is my first purchase CB radio, and you know what? For the size it is, it really did give me a very good experience. I really liked it. Still works, but we had a problem where I was trailing, and this actually flew off the dash, and it was working after. But the next day I plugged it in and it turned on, but it wasn't receiving anything. So I took it to Durham Radio, and they said that a wall actually fell down, and it's part of a circuit because this thing's so small. They don't use the big sort of circuits in there. They use a wall circuit, and so apparently it fell, and that's why I wasn't receiving anything. So they fixed it up, and now it works great. Same thing with this one. I soldered it onto a cigarette input. Easy 1, 2, 3, you know, just solder on. And this thing has the same thing. It's a 4-pin mic, but really big difference. These are not, these aren't really confusing as the Uniden. And reason why, you could obviously see CBPA, normal channel 9, volume channel, and then you got your squelch and your RF. Your squelch all the way down, of course, so you could hear the hissing and stuff. Then you just tune it a bit, and there you go, you're done. You don't have to spend hours with this thing. I like the Midlands because they're like that, but you can't find them around no more, especially in this size. But yeah, I really like this one because it was really easy for me to get used to. But again, like I said, unless you have this thing bracketed up and you just have it sitting on your dash, you hit that one bump, it's flying off, and you're probably going to break it. They say that these things are disposable. They're not meant for that kind of crap. So, you know what? Go ahead and buy Uniden. But, you know, if you're just looking for one to cruise around with your buddies and whatever, I'd recommend buy a Midland like this one. It's pretty small. You could go anywhere, buy the bracket for it. I got this for $40 with the antenna, like I said, and the power cord. It's a pretty good deal. And same thing in the back. Power cord, and you got your antenna. PA and external